Well, the dominoes are falling. All right, welcome back to the channel. Dan here from Northern EV, where I bring you the latest news and updates on electric vehicles. And in today's video, I have some exciting news that will change the EV landscape in North America forever. So imagine a world where charging your electric vehicle becomes as seamless as refueling your traditional gas-powered car. That is the vision behind Ford, Rivian, GM, and now Volvo's decision to embrace the Tesla North American charging standard. This move could revolutionize the charging infrastructure and accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles across the continent. So what's the importance of having a charging standard? Well, before I delve into the recent developments, let's understand why having a common charging standard is crucial for the EV market. Currently, different automakers use various charging connectors, which can be confusing and inconvenient for EV owners. A unified standard simplifies the charging process, allowing drivers to use any compatible charger without compatibility issues, which just makes sense. Currently, we have Tesla Supercharger, which now referred to as the North American Charging Standard, while everyone else uses primarily CCS, as well as Cadmio, but that's gone the way of Betamax, and J7072 for level 2 charging. You also have to follow the money. About a year ago, the US government was offering up funding for charging stations, but only ones with a non-proprietary connector. At that time, Tesla's connector was, in fact, proprietary, which is when they tried to get everyone on board with the North American charging standard. Convenient name. So you may be asking yourself, why doesn't CCS become the new standard? Well, there's two reasons. First, the plug itself. The design of the Tesla connector is compact. There's two pins that act both as AC and DC current. This allows it to be used at home for AC charging, as well as level 2 and fast charging DC on the road. Now, it has excellent transfer speeds. It was previously estimated at 500 volts, but a recent teardown by Monroe Associates indicated it can potentially handle much higher speeds. I know CCS can do 1,000 volts, but for charging cars, you don't need that fast. And the other more obvious reason is the benefit of the Tesla Supercharger network. It is the largest and easiest to use, and most importantly, most reliable network in North America. So why is this news now? Well, a few weeks ago, Ford came out with the shocking news that they were going to switch to the Tesla connector, which floored me because, of all people, Ford and their blue oval, I thought they were going to stick with that. GM followed a few weeks later, and then Rivian and now Volvo, which is the latest domino to fall. This transition brings a multitude of benefits to those customers. First and foremost, they will obviously gain access to Tesla's extensive supercharger network, currently comprising of thousands of fast charging stations across North America. This means increased charging convenience and reduced range anxiety for those EV drivers, which is a huge benefit to those customers. So what's the implication for Tesla owners? Well, this is where the debate comes in. On the one hand, it greatly accelerates Tesla's mission to sustainable transportation, but do individual owners care about that? Most owners probably just want a reliable network and not have to wait to charge. So this could either help or hinder. On one hand, yes, you're going to have a lot more EVs using the supercharger network, but with all that revenue coming in, the network itself will expand tenfold and at a much higher rate, hopefully. Together with all these companies, they plan to expand and improve the charging infrastructure, making it even more accessible and reliable for all electric vehicle owners, as well as the integration of the Tesla North American charging standard onto public charging networks. A lot of charging networks have already announced that they are going to supply the Tesla connector, which I think is overlooked. I know they aren't the greatest in terms of reliability and ease of use, but they still account for a lot of chargers that Tesla owners will eventually have access to. I know I'm thankful for that because I don't have the adapters for those charging networks. So what are the implications of Tesla's vehicle market? Well, I think it kind of hurts them. The supercharger network was one of their biggest advantages over other manufacturers. I know I've talked about this a lot. People choose Tesla because they know they can rely on the charging network. Well, that's kind of gone now. But I think the loss of vehicle market share will be insignificant to the revenue generated by the charging network. If the analysis at Piper Sandler are correct, Tesla could make an estimated $3 billion by 2030 and $5.4 billion by 2032. That's a lot of money. I can even see Tesla buying a property like gas stations, and instead of Esso and Shells around, you will have Tesla stations with walk-in convenience stores, rest areas, stuff like that. Tesla could make a killing off this. So this is obviously huge news in the EV world. It's definitely a positive for Ford, GM, Rivian, and Volvo, and EVs in general, really. But what remains to be seen if this will be a positive or negative impact on Tesla owners. It will definitely help Tesla's bottom line, and I think in the long term, it will benefit with added supercharger locations and access to other networks. But there will be growing pains with the sudden influx of other car makers taking up spots at already busy superchargers. Time will tell. Do you believe a standardized charging network is essential to EV adoption? And do you think this will either help or hinder Tesla? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks again for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe so you get notified when I release videos, which is about every week. And you'll have to use that notification bell, smash it as you will, and hit that so you get notified. All right, so thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week. Which can be confusing and inconvenient for EV owners. A unified, standardized. Well, Ford was about a month ago came out with this breath of to public charging networks. A lot of those with the sudden influx of other cars taking up spots